Retro Unboxing.
Hello viewers, welcome to part 2 of my Nokia, my Microsoft Lumia 950 unboxing and test. In this video I'm going to show you the results of some of my findings of sort of playing with this phone over the last few days, and I'm going to go over the same point a couple of times, which is it is a shame. I'd love to have seen this phone and this operating system as being kind of, you know, the competitor, the third competitor. But I think in all of these markets, be it games consoles, you know, Sega versus Nintendo, Sony versus Microsoft, there's only ever usually, you know, a couple of third competitors, and they tend to be quite small, so you don't tend to have, there's a motherfucking helicopter going over. It's like an Apache. Jesus, there's another one. What the fuck? There were two!
There were two?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard, I didn't know if it had gone round or there was two, so yeah, I went out.
Sorry about that, folks. Just got disturbed by two Apache helicopters just flying over the house. How bizarre. So anyway, yeah, I do labour the point. For me, it is genuinely a shame that Microsoft couldn't get this right, because I think it would have made an extremely solid, you know, third contender to compete with iOS and Android, because it is a nice, pleasant operating system. It is just such a shame that they couldn't quite get it right. But anyway, here are my findings. Enjoy the video. So now I've spent several hours playing with it and doing a load of updates and all that kind of stuff, and I can still confirm that it is pretty terrible. It does have some kind of redeeming features. It is still a very attractive operating system, in my opinion. It's quite easy to use. The home screen, rearranging all of your apps and things like that are all done pretty swiftly, pretty easily. It can and does get a little bit awkward at times, but you can generally do what you want to do with it. The camera's pretty decent. I've been outside. I've taken quite a few photos with it, and I've uploaded a few to Dropbox and things like that. So I can confirm the camera is really pretty good. It is a little bit laggy for video, but it does do reasonably decent 4K video, and actually it's got quite a few good and useful settings that, you know, a lot of camera apps don't necessarily have on phones. What I do quite like is in the video mode, you can access the settings straight away from the app. You can change the recording mode in various formats, really. So I do like that. I tend to use 25p 4K for most things, so that's what I've got that set at, and that's pretty good as well. So as I say, it's just that little bit laggy. I mean, that's not bad, but sometimes you press the button to take a photo, and then it's kind of a few seconds before you hear the shutter release button. You see, just like a half a second delay between you pressing your finger on the button and then the photo being taken. I'm hoping the microphone should pick that up. Weird. The other thing for me, because the camera is one of the key things for me for using one of these phones, is that I do like to hold it two-handed, you know, in various angles, and because the camera is smack in the middle of the back of the thing, and I know it's not the only phone that does this, but my preference is the Apple method to have it in the corner, because then you can hold it in various angles and not get your finger in front of the lens. It's not a, you know, if this was the best phone in the world, it wouldn't be a deal breaker. It would just be a frustration. I like that you can tap to focus and expose and that kind of stuff. And it is a pretty decent camera. It's probably one of the best features of this phone, in my opinion. The App Store is an absolute waste of time. I have downloaded a few games. I managed to actually download some games that other people hadn't managed to download, like Asphalt. And I've had a play of that, Asphalt 8 Airborne. And it's actually not bad. It's graphically okay. It looks like it's probably running at about 25 frames per second, which is not great considering the amount of processing power that's in this machine. But it's not bad. It's not bad. One of the other drawbacks of this phone is the speaker is pretty awful as well. So I've got to watch an advert in order to get this Audi. I know why I don't bother with mobile phone gaming. I've been rewarded with an Audi now because I watched an advert for something that I'll never download. But this is just terribly, terribly slow. So if you click something that's wrong, you're waiting several seconds before you can go back to wherever it was that you wanted to be. See what I mean about the running at a pretty crappy frame rate? Oh, that frame rate's terrible now. Oh, I took that more. So, like I say, overall a pretty reasonable gaming experience. So, just to try and keep things moving pretty swiftly, you press and hold the back arrow to bring you into the current apps that are open in the background, and then you can close those as you can with any other operating system. The Xbox console companion is pretty crap. The Photos app is okay, but again, why do they need to rate this app? No one's buying these phones. They don't exist anymore. Just turn all of this crap off, Microsoft. And again, it's just woefully slow. It's such a shame, really, because it is an attractive system. It's just flawed. You can access some settings from the top there. You tend to need the screen brightness on full because it just needs to be. One other thing I do like is that on a lot of apps you can use a horizontal view. Again, the Maps app is woefully slow. I really wouldn't like to be lost anywhere with it. I've not attempted to use it as sat nav, and I'm not going to do. But like I say, it's a shame. It's so close. There's no eBay. There's no Facebook. I don't care about Instagram. I did notice that TikTok's there for the kids in the App Store, which again is woefully slow. There's a lot of apps that you can buy for a lot of money, which, you know, anybody that's using this phone, if they buy any of these apps, you know, I feel pretty sorry for you. I'd love to hear from anybody that does use and buy, you know, these apps on a regular basis. Really. Ooh. I wonder how bad this is. Oh yeah, the news app. It took me 3 attempts to install this, and this is Microsoft's own news app, I believe. I don't know, I think it may have derived from Flipboard originally, which I always quite liked back in the day. But at least this is up to date. It's up to date, but it's terribly, cripplingly slow. 4.5 million people at risk. Find out whatever happened to Farming Sim. Oh, there we go. Farming Simulator just got installed. Let's take a look. Now, the other thing about this phone, like with any kind of Windows product, whenever you seem to install anything, you almost every time, in order for it to work properly, you need to turn it off and turn it back on. And that gets pretty tedious because it's terribly slow. Well, that didn't work. What? Right. Let's just go to all apps and see. Right, recently added Farming Simulator 16. Definitely a big one, oh. Ooh. Oh, what? Right. Before everybody starts switching off. Now, how do I exit this? Oh yeah, I did download this Video Maker app just to see if it was going to be any good at editing any video that I'd shot on this. I'm already being advertised at. I've not even got into the app yet. Let's see how... it's just slow. I would genuinely, at this point, I would honestly love to hear from anybody that uses this phone on a regular basis and does so successfully. I don't believe it's possible. I genuinely don't believe it's possible to use this phone on a daily basis without issue. What a shame. What an absolute shame. Alright guys, that's kind of the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I'm going to do another video shortly of the dock. I'm going to get the Lumia connected up to the dock and connected up to a monitor and see how that operates. So keep an eye out for that one coming soon. Alright, thanks for watching. See you soon.